One of the nice.
Okay. Good morning and welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16. And joining us is Jack Steffen from Gorham Bike and Ski. How are you this morning, Jack?
Terrific.
Good to see you.
Happy holidays, Rob.
Happy holidays to you. And so cross-country skiing, we're up and running now, which is awesome. Getting all that snow. We got the snow last week and then the snow yesterday. A little bit of a step backwards today, but they're going to be able to groom that out. They're going to have great conditions.
Yeah, we'll probably have it percolate through the snow before we get out grooming again.
Right, absolutely. So you guys are located right up there at Jackson Cross Country in beautiful Jackson, New Hampshire. And if you want to find out, already this morning, since Jack has gotten here, I have learned more stuff about cross-country skiing than I've ever known, which is kind of one of the fun things that I always like, because you guys are so knowledgeable. And for the novice or the unknowledgeable, it's great. So what are we going to talk about today, Jack?
Well, one of the new things from Fisher, we are a Fisher concept store. One of the new things they introduced the middle of the season called the twin skin skis. And this is an example of the twin skins now. We've always had great kick from this kind of classic ski.
Yep.
The skins have worked really well. But they've really fine-tuned it over the last year, and they've made this perform almost like a well-waxed classic ski.
It's great.
They've got a couple of real nice features in here that makes the transition from the glide area up here into the kick zone smoother and a little bit better gliding ski, a little bit better performing ski. From setting these off center, so if you're going from that glide area into that kick area, it hits here and then it hits a second, a little millisecond later, rather than hitting both and kind of abruptly. When they mill out the slots for these skins, they make it a little deeper here, so the skin itself is set a little further down in the ski. So again, that transition is a little smoother, and it sits proud up here, so you get better kick back there. So it's a really well-performing, or good-performing ski, and it's based on a very popular ski that's been around for a long time called the Superlight.
That's cool, and it just with the mohair, which is just so much fun. It glides, and you wouldn't think it's not that much surface area, but it's definitely enough to make some action.
Absolutely, and the nice thing about it is how quiet it is when you're skiing. It's like a waxable ski. Like I said, it is a classic ski, so you're not going to skate on something like this, but it's a big segment of the market in Europe, and I think it's really going to take off here in the U.S.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great. And then we have some more skis just from visual behind us, and a couple different heights of skis. We were talking about that earlier.
Sure.
How we've got two different heights of skis, and it all depends on, there's a lot of different factors, and that's where going to a place like to Jackson Cross Country and seeing you guys at Gorham Bike and Ski is you can't just go, I'm going to grab these skis and go. Or even finding them at a yard sale or something like that. You need to have some expertise behind it.
There's a lot of choices out there. And one of the things when we recommend some skis to you is we'll interview you, find out where are you going to ski, what kind of skiing do you do, you have skis now, what do you like or not like about them, and all of those things are filtered together. Being a concept store, we don't have 2 or 3 different versions of the same ski from 2 or 3 different manufacturers.
Right.
We have Fisher, which means that we can fill in the gaps a little bit and offer the customer more choices. Back there is a great example. We've got a touring ski that's meant to ski a little bit shorter, and then we've got a version that's just a little bit longer. It's called a sport ski, not unlike what we're looking here with the twin skins.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So again, you'll get the knowledge from you guys. And now, as we're coming up to the holiday season, these do not fit too well in a stocking unless you've got a big stocking. But you do have a whole bunch of stuff that would fit really well in stockings.
Yeah, I really encourage anybody that has a skier that they're shopping for, stop out at our store at the Jackson Ski Touring Foundation Center, and check out what stocking stuffers we have. We have everything from the locally produced Chokas hats to Fisher water belts, accessories for getting those skis around, the ski straps, hats, a lot of clothing, and of course the Swix waxes. We've got a complete opportunity to check out what's the latest and greatest in Swix and their waxes.
Right, and you've got it, so you can do all your own waxing at home, and so you have a good variety of waxes, and I'll call this a brush. Is this a brush? Is that the proper term for it?
Yep.
A brush and everything else. Now, is that to hold your skis together?
It is.
Okay.
It makes it traveling with your skis a lot easier, and this rubber between them, that fits between the two bases. We spend a lot of time waxing up the bases, protecting the bases. Having this between the two bases prevents them from scratching each other. So it's a great way to go. For the wider skis, we've got some wraparound straps that we offer. So we can find something for any ski that you have up there.
Well, that's great. Yeah, and you've got water bottles, and one of the things about cross-country skiing, of course, you're out there, you're going, and so you don't need to bundle up as much.
That's it. It's a warm sport. I call it a warm, silent sport.
And being able to find the right level of clothes or layers of clothes, you guys, of course, can help with that there too.
Starting with the base layers all the way up to the jackets and pants. We have a great selection right now. I recommend coming out there and investigating, see what we have for you.
And like I say, we're looking at some footage there. I mean, there are just so many skis there. And so you do have lots of options based on whatever the needs are of the particular skier. Plus boots, we didn't talk about boots.
Right. Some of the new boots that have come out, you can come out and check out our the World Cup boots. They have with a carbon fiber chassis.
Wow.
They're pretty unique, pretty cool looking.
Oh, that's great. And
the other thing that I wanted to point out is if you don't do your waxing yourself, we have that service center in the back of the shop. We'd be happy to wax the skis up for you. We have a number of different choices there, whether you get a basic wax or high performance wax, a hot box wax, I think we've discussed in the past. Yeah. That's a day-and-a-half process, but it gives you the maximum wax into that ski. We also have things like the hand warmers, the toe warmers. You probably don't need it today, but earlier this week they really came in handy.
Oh, I can imagine that. You definitely want to have those. So, well, that's great. And what are your hours up there, Jack?
They're 8:30 to 4:30. We usually stay a little late to get some of that waxing done for the people that want to get out early in the morning.
Yeah.
But 8:30 to 4:30 are our normal hours.
That's great, and so you can definitely check that out right up there at Jackson Cross Country, Jackson Ski Touring, and Gorham Bike and Ski, right in the heart of Jackson Village. So
absolutely.
So have you been out yet this year, Jack?
I have. Yes, it's. I've talked to a lot of people, and I'd have to agree that the early season skiing that we've had so far has been better than anything we had all last year.
That's great. Yeah, we're glad to see all this snow here, and like you say, they're just going to let it temper out there, and by tomorrow it's just going to be great skiing again. So
I think we'll have a good base set.
Absolutely. So we're so glad that we got all that. So Jack, thanks so much for coming down.
Thank
and
you,
don't
Rob.
forget to check out Gorham Bike and Ski. And you also have a website, Jack?
We do. GorhamBike.com.
GorhamBike.com. So check that out, or just stop in and get the information to get some great skiing and equipment up there at Gorham Bike and Ski. Back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.